Hi Aries, welcome to your reading for January 2020. New year, right? New way being, new energy opening up. I can already feel the energy changing. There's been some great energy this year, but there's been a lot of difficulty too. And I feel like there's been a lot of hard truths revealed, things that we have no choice but to look at. I feel as a collective and individually. I feel as a collective, like we're seeing our actions, our actions of an earlier time now come into effect. We're seeing some, I don't know, just difficult energy out there. And, nothing happens for no reason. That's just a different way of saying it, I guess. So we're meant to experience this, and we're meant to come up with some solutions, right, for all of us, not just for the individual, for the collective. So I feel like 2020 is going to be a great year. I just do. I feel like we're going to see major changes out in the world. But I have to tell you, I feel like we've been in the dark for a little bit, and I feel like we're going to be coming into the light now. Into the light. Hard things being revealed again, that we got to get through, because, we become the light. Actually, it's from those dark times that we become the light. We are the light, right? We are the light within ourselves. So I look forward to it anyway. Okay, so this is going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. You may have planets in the sign of Aries. You may be in love with an Aries in love with you. You were intuitively guided to the reading. You may not even be an Aries. Whatever brought you, welcome. I can tell my readings are becoming more and more for the collective. It doesn't mean they're not for the individual sign. They are. But listen, I feel like my guides are bringing people to us, to our family, with real purpose behind us. So, I'm doing the Aries reading, and I am thinking Aries, but I also know that it is open for those who find their way here. Go ahead and take a couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're just going to center our energy, clear our mind. Ask our guides for signs of confirmation, and to please make them clear. And our job is to trust. Well, let's begin. Okay. I'm looking forward to doing your reading. Usually means, I'm not going to say tough things won't come up, because I can already tell some things are going to come up, but I feel like we're going to be talking about why we experience certain challenges. And yet I feel like it just like I was talking about earlier, 2019 being somewhat dark, and then 2020 being more of the light. We have the Three of Cups, Three of Water. We have the Page of Swords, Page of Air. We have the World card. I always love seeing the World card in a reading. And hello, we have the High Priestess right next to that. Right next to that. That is, and look at that, 212. No matter how I look at it, 212, 212. What's that called? There's a name for that. it's the same frontwards or backwards. Anyway, High Priestess next to the World, to me, feels not only, so the World calls for us to move into our spirituality, make that a big part of your life now, right? It's no longer just, the earthly things that we've been searching for and this and that, the experiences. It's not that that's done. It's about now entering into a period where, you're just lighter. You're much lighter because you're connecting with your spirituality. And the High Priestess next to that, so, I live a very spiritual life, I feel. I mean, trust me, there's much room for improvement. As soon as I said that, I was compared myself to like the Dalai Lama, or, okay, well, but I try to be mindful of it. Anyway, I feel like this is almost like a level above. A level above, and I feel like for someone, and maybe me included, this is about, where you felt guided, right? You felt it. Maybe it wasn't, I can't give you 100% there because I'm not seeing it, right? I'm not like hearing it crystal clear type of thing, but I feel it. And I feel like this is moving into the next level where not only do you feel it, but you will be either hearing, seeing, it's like a clearer vision. It's like I get a pair of eyeglasses and now I have 20/20 vision. So I feel like that's of a collective, especially with the 3 here. I feel like that's all of us moving into that period. And let me tell you, it is a time of discovery. So, it's a different type of discovery now. Like we've discovered down here, we're not done. Okay, I want to make that clear. We're not done. If anything, it may get more magical, right? Because now I'm adding in that connection of above. So it's kind of beautiful. But it is going to be a time really of discovery and ahs and ahas, aha moments. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And I have to say, again, I feel like it's for all of us because, like, I'm seeing like everything's different, right? Nothing is the same here. All different signs, major arcana, down to the 3, all but the 3 is first, so that makes it really the most important here, but the World kind of trumps it. So everything is different, but they are working as a collective. That is us, right? We're different in our own ways, but we're here as a collective and working together as a collective. And, I'm just thinking, what do they call the, like if someone like Chiron, it's, it's like Chiron, and why can't I think of the name? Oh my God. It's like a group of spirits with a particular mission, right? And their mission is us. And it may be for us to complete something. I don't know, they call them the Oversoul. I apologize, guys, but I feel like I have to talk about it even though I don't know the specifics of it. So it's like the higher world needs us to complete something. Or, that I'm saying complete, but I feel like I complete, which then brings this beginning, right? It's, and it kind of feels magical. I have to be honest. It's like, right? Like this is difficult over here. This mission that we're here to complete, it's difficult. But it can be interesting. I'm thinking of, I'm a private detective and I love what I do, right? So my work is hard and, there's things I have to follow and what have you. There's, rules I have to play by. But bottom line is I love discovering the truth kind of thing. And I feel like this is what we are now doing for the Oversoul. Don't know if that's the right word. I know many of you automatically know what I'm talking about. Even if you, it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm connecting on a different level with some of you because I just feel like even though my words may not come out right, you know what I'm talking about. You could feel it in. You're probably telling me what to say right now. Like, oh, I know what you're talking about, Sandy. It's this and that, you know. So I don't know. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going. This may be a good time before the New Year's to, this is the end of December, by the way, so before January 1st, or whenever you watch this, but it doesn't even matter, think about your chakras, and, you know, do what you can to just get yourself centered in that. I feel like it's going to be important. We have the Devil, called Temptation in this card. Card of Capricorn. We have the Eight of Fire, Eight of Wands, Eight of Fire, Eight of Fire. You know, I feel like things are going to come to us fast and furious. I feel like I feel like we are going to start discovering things very quickly. I feel like what we seek, we find. What we seek, we find. I feel like, you know, it's almost like I want to say, this is the time to get your questions ready. Get your questions in order to get your true desires. You know, it's not really about going after like a desire, so to speak, other than higher knowledge. And this higher knowledge is, listen, it's peace of mind. It's real peace of mind. But I feel like it comes in fast. It's going to come in fast. Now, this may be why we need to get centered. You guys, I don't know where this reading has taken us. I'm just following the energy. Anyway, I feel like the reason why we're asked to get centered, right? It doesn't mean I have to get my life in order, like, in all parts immediately, or shit, I'm screwed. No, not at all. Not at all. It's not even about that. It's about, you know, it just feels like the kind of energy is like, you know, if I'm not in the receiving mode, that's okay, because enough will be where I'm kind of cocooned in with it. So there's no worry anywhere. So those of us who will get it and then do what this mission is, again, it doesn't feel selfish at all, because those who don't get it, we're going to cocoon them in. So we're not going to separate. We're going to cocoon them in. Almost like, I feel like we're just going to wrap them in our arms, right? And we're just going to hold them through what they don't know, right? So, Now, okay, let me get back to what I was saying. I feel like this is a time where I was talking about just, you know, getting your chakras in order. I don't even know what that means. You know, getting yourself as grounded as you can. And I'm not talking extremes unless you want to. I'm trying to be really gentle here, because that is what I'm being asked, to be gentle. The reason why is I do feel like, so we're going to have these things. Things may not be the right word. These epiphanies. these feelings. Maybe some of us even seeing. And we have to be able to tell the difference between right and wrong, good and bad. Let's say good and bad, okay? Right and wrong seems clear. Seems like it should be clear, but maybe not to all, right? So let's say good or bad. Okay, so this is telling me, you know, we're going to be faced with some maybe darker shadows, okay? No need to be afraid, and maybe this is why I talked earlier about where we are the light. So if I find myself, let's say, in this dark alley, I don't need someone else to shine the light in. I don't even need source to shine the light in for me. I already have that light. Okay, so this may be what we've been working up for, right? This is what many of the things that we faced and the challenges in our compassion and empathy has built this light within us. So when we are now in this dark space, we merely turn on our own light and we can see. So before, that would have just stayed dark and I would have just been hit left and right because I can't see it. Now I can see it. So first of all, I feel like if I need to dodge it, I can dodge it. I can see it coming at me. I can see it like almost in a distance, and it's like I can understand it before it arrives. So it's like it's walking down this long corridor, the alley, and it's way over there, and it's you know, like I can see that it's dark, and I can see that it's coming for me. It's heading right to me, right? And as it journeys to me, there's something in between that space between it and me where I can see it, what's going on. I can figure that out. I can maybe even get rid of it before it reaches me. So it's that type of clarity. Okay, it's that type of clarity that, you know, I want to say we're going to be blessed with, but we earned it. We earned this. This is exactly what life journey is about. It's earning these type of, let's call them superpowers, right? Because for the human, it feels like a superpower, right? We're forgetting about the, you know, me, myself, and I. Anyway, so you know, so there we go. That kind of takes any type of fear. Not that I felt fearful. Maybe other than, oh man, I've seen that shadow before and I remember that experience. Man, I don't know if I want to go through it again, right? I've been there. And maybe that's the only thing I needed to know, and it's like, oh, okay, whoosh, goes away. Okay, anyway. You know, I do feel like there's also the energy of some coming in a false light, okay? A false light. And, you know, if we're at our best spiritually, and I shouldn't say our best, if we're living, right, if we're allowing our spirituality maybe to take lead, maybe during this time period, those who shine a false light, we will be aware of, okay? And by the way, this is the, you know, sometimes I feel like this is the exact energy where you need to trust your first opinion of someone. You know, like when you meet someone, even if you think, oh my God, they're so beautiful, right? They're so beautiful. But there's something that your gut is like, no. Okay. If we trust that during this period, there's no reason to fear. There's no reason to fear anyway. because we're equipped. Okay, again, we are equipped. Man, this world is holding a lot in it. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So what's the Eight of Pentacles talking about? Because it's coming directly under the world. 2 8s, by the way, 88. 88. I thought that was an 8, but it's a 3. Anyway, so the Eight of Pentacles, it's the energy of being willing to go into something as the apprentice, right? As the apprentice. That can mean, maybe I've always wanted to be a journalist, but it's a hard business to break into, right? So I got to be willing, or it would best serve me to be willing to, be the, I don't know, I'm thinking the person who makes the coffee, I don't know what you call them, coffee, and runs the errands. I'm going to be willing to do that. Maybe I do that with no pay, right? It's, I'm not going to get obsessive with it. I need to be realistic about it, but to get my foot in the door, okay? Get my foot. So sometimes I need to be willing to do that. Sometimes I need to be willing to say, I know a lot about something, but I'm willing to learn more, right? I'm open to learning more. I'm open to others' opinions, right? I'm open to it. And in one particular reason, the Eight of Pentacles is about growing, right? I enter in the energy where I want to start expanding my world. Through my knowledge and my wisdom. Now this affects every area of my life, right? Because think about that, for some of you, this is about, if it's about finally starting that spiritual business, and, I'm going in on the ground floor, maybe I don't know everything I feel I should know to start a business. Well, this talks about starting it anyway. Start it anyway. Start small, right? But you got to keep going out of your comfort zone. Once you step out of that comfort zone, that then will become your new comfort. It's only that one time of stepping out, right? Anyway, and listen, I've been picking up this energy for, let's say, 6 months. I always pick it up, and that's because many of us, like attracts like. So I've always been picking up 6 months, I would say, strongly. And now I feel like it is saying it is time. If this is what you want, it is time, right? If you go into anything with the idea that I am open to learning from those, those who have the wisdom of what I seek, if I go into it that way, if I go into it humbled and but willing to give it my all, then I am promised success, right? Because I moved from the Eight of Pentacles into the 9, and that is success. And it is about what I put into it, I directly benefit too, okay? Even though I talked about this being a selfish, selfless type of energy here, and this isn't selfish, I just feel like I got to clarify that, it is always okay to take care of you. You need to take care of you, right? It's okay to receive. And maybe some of you, that may be a question you had within your spiritual business of, is it okay to receive money? Of course it is. You have to live, right? And if you become the master, which is what I am working towards, I should say, then it will be what you do. Sometimes I don't even feel like I can call this my business, because it just feels like what I do. It's just part of me. So anyways, then you have to live, you have to survive. And so understand that, okay? And also, this is about not procrastinating any longer, okay? If it is your wish, if it is your desire, I feel like someone else is thinking, if I do that, I feel like bad things will happen to me. I don't feel like, I'm not sure if it's okay. I feel like this may be due to like a religious belief. Though I don't know that you believe it, I feel like it's others' opinions of, tarot. I'll say it's tarot. I know there's some people, I mean, I get people who leave comments, that God's going to hate me and this and that. I know better. I just know better, right? Because I'm not making predictions, I'm making probabilities, right? It all depends on us, always, our energy, our free will. But certain things are just put in place. I call those the bullet points that have been already put in place for us, and then we fill it up however we see fit. Anyway, what was my point? Let's keep going. Oh, I was talking about the religious aspect. So I don't, I have struggled with that, and I have to tell you, my own boyfriend struggles with it. But I really don't struggle with it because, I feel God's love, and I feel like I am helping to spread beautiful messages. So anyway, but that will be your own particular journey, okay? But I feel here it's like there is no judgment, but you feel like maybe feel the world will judge you on that. If you do it, how do I say this? If you're doing it to truly help bring love into the world, joy into the world, and true knowledge into the world, then that's always good, right? If you're doing it because, if you're doing it but you're not willing to learn and expand, and, sometimes we don't like to take advice from people. It's like, no, I like to do it my way. But maybe your way, you're not seeing how it affects. So it's just being open to that type of thing. Some of you are going to finally go out and buy that guitar, that violin, that bass. You're going to finally go out and get that musical instrument. You're going to learn, if I don't really know how to play, but I desire to learn, you're going to learn quickly. You're going to pick it up. So if you go on YouTube and you go buy your violin, and new or used, don't matter. Sometimes used is nice because I feel like it has energy already in it, right? It's experience. It's kind of like, I don't know why, I'm feeling like this violin is alive, and maybe someone is going to get a violin that has really traveled, and as violin goes, has some wild experiences, been in some, maybe some smoky bars, and it's been deep in the deep south, and then maybe it traveled to, then Alaska. I don't know. Someone's going to get a musical instrument that has a lot of history behind it, and I feel like you just become a natural, almost like when you get it in your hand, you just know. It's like if you can have a soulmate and a musical instrument, your soulmate comes to you. I hope this is for a ton of people, though. I really do. But I feel like on a collective, I'm not really sure why, if we do pick up that instrument, and this isn't, you don't have to have this burning desire to pick up an instrument, but you said to yourself, boy, it'd be nice, to learn how to play guitar and just sit there and strum the guitar. Or I've always wanted to play keyboards, that type of thing. The energy is going to be available to help us learn and comprehend very quickly. And maybe it's to keep us engaged with it, right? Because if it's so hard to listen, I picked up a guitar a million times to learn how to play, but I can do a banjo keyboard, but there's something I just can't get my fingers to work right. I know I could if I dedicated myself. So, maybe guitar is just not my instrument. Anyway, we have, look at this, 7 of Pentacles coming under the High Priestess. Wow, I like that too. And we have the 5 of Wands coming out with that. Interesting. We have the Queen of Air, Queen of Swords, on the bottom of the deck, with the King of Fire. Some of you are directly connected here, Aries, with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Of course, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. 8 of Swords, so there's fear. These two people are connected with the energy of the 8 of Swords. You know, fear, a wall built around him. You have the 6 of Cups underneath that, so this is the energy of someone that I do have fond memories of. You know, I can be in different type of energy right now, but I did have fond memories. I do have fond memories. So, these two people seem to be in a stage of wondering what to do with, clearly, you know, love that they're feeling in their heart. But right now, they have this wall built around them, so probably individually. Here's our third 8. What comes before these two 8s is temptation, the devil. So something within that energy probably has these two people kind of isolating themselves from at least the other. But there's love in the heart of both, especially a 6, right? 6, 3, and 3. Here's our third 8. You know, we have the 4 swords and the 2 swords. This is wondering, is the healing process done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Okay, I'm sure we'll find out more about that. Alright guys, let's go ahead and bring the clarifiers out. I have to tell you, this is probably one of my favorite readings of all time so far. I mean, it just really is. I feel these messages like, how do I even compare it? I feel these messages are true. Like, I know that my daughter is my daughter. I gave birth to her, right? I know she's my daughter. I gave birth to her. That type of thing. I feel where I can say it to that extent. You know, this type of reading is the type of reading where I would love for you to share, because this feels like it is for the collective. Many of the messages so far. And I feel like the more who live in that energy that that is coming for us, and the more who have awareness, it's only going to help. Right. Okay, I'm going to turn my heater off real quick. Okay. I just don't want the noise of it in the background. I know I'm moving slow, but I feel like I need to. Alright. We're going to start at the top. Even though we're going to keep everything in mind, we are going to start at the very top. The 3 of Cups. We have the Magician. Well, hello. I mean, that's creating out of the energy of joy. I like that a lot. That's creating out of the energy of joy. Manifesting. Not just creating, but manifesting. Maybe this is what we've been doing. We've been in this energy, and as when we enter into the next portal, then we have the light, right? We are the high priestess at that point. We are the high priestess at that point. So what we have been doing, and even if you say to yourself, well, I don't feel like I've really been doing anything, but if you've been seeking knowledge, right, at least supplying your brain that, then you have been, and I feel like this is more about the experiences that we've been through, and maybe we created them all, right? We created these experiences because we knew what it would give us in the end, right? Before we came here, we said, okay, I can handle that. I can handle that. If I get then the light within me ignited, yeah, I can do this. I will do this. Right? And that light is the paycheck, the reward, the bonus. The bonus. But that bonus, that light stays with you for eternity. Infinity. Do you understand that? Like, you never have to live in the dark. Again, it doesn't mean that you won't be put in the dark. But now, if you're put in that dark, you can turn that light on. Right? It's emphasizing his third eye. Emphasizing all the tools that are on the table, right, from the experience, of walking the pentacle path, right? Here is my beautiful pentacle at the end here, walking the air path. Here's my sword. So, it's the tools that you have gained that stay with you forever and a day. Okay. The Emperor. There you go. Card of Aries. Oh, what am I doing? The Two of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands. Beautiful. So this is, to me, first of all, it's a card of Aries, right? This is a card of higher wisdom also. When I think of the Emperor, I don't, at least in my world, I don't feel like this Emperor has had an easy road. I feel like this Emperor has walked, and I feel the same thing about the Empress. Why am I so compassionate? Because I've been there. I have walked your shoes. And you have walked mine. Right? I have been there. I have been there. And because I have been there, I empathize. I have compassion. And I help. Right? I help you. Whether that be through my words or my actions, or sometimes someone just seeing the way someone else is living. Right? I see you living with this like peace of mind, and man, I would love to live like that. Follow me. Follow me. So this Emperor isn't faced with a question. Something comes into the Emperor's life. Something comes into your life. And it asks you to make a decision, a choice. It asks you to make a choice if you want to follow or you don't want to follow. For some of you, it comes in at a time where, you feel like, listen, I feel like I'm already deep into my spirituality. but it shows you in some way another level. And then asks you, or gives you the choice. It's your choice, right? It's completely our choice. And this isn't about the good or bad. No, there is no judgment. You can do it or you don't have to do it. No, it's up to you. Do you want the experience or do you not want the experience? Up to you. I feel like if you're here, you want it. Because I do. So I feel you must too. Not that you must. Maybe you don't. But I do feel like a lot of you do. So anyway, I feel like this is coming in at a time where some of us may say, you know, even though sometimes I may complain about my life, I'm kind of okay with it, right? So here's this thing in front of me, and it's like, oh, be careful what I wish for, type of thing. Be careful what I wish for. So you wonder, because, listen, this isn't about, again, changing your whole life. This is about the energy that enters, and it enhances. That's the word. It enhances your life. And it opens, who knows what it opens down the road. Especially if you're doing like a spiritual business, because, like me, myself, I always have ideas. I know the time is not right yet for some things, but I know they're coming very close. And I just feel like there's going to be an explosion within me. And I just trust in that. But I just know now is not, I feel like I'm getting close. Anyway, this is about anything and all possibilities, and not limiting the mind. That's probably why the magician is here. The magician is the biggest dreamer of them all, but dreams with the purpose of manifesting. Now, so it enters, and then the Ace of Wands enters also. So, what will this do for you? Well, number one, it's going to open up the fire within you, right? It's going to stimulate the passion within you. It's going to bring passion to the forefront. This is no longer, swords where I'm still seeking, even though you are seeking, don't get me wrong, into this new portal. This is the action of it. This is movement through it. This is, I don't know, I just feel like it's almost whoa, I can't wait. I can't wait. And I can't wait. So, I feel like it is your choice. I feel like too, especially with the Page of Swords down here too, it's like, really learning what's the truth of things, but of the things that's important. So, because I feel like when I get into this energy, like those things that really aren't important, though I may have put a lot of energy and focus onto them, I see them for what they are. They're like trinkets. They're just little trinkets, pebbles that I've been carrying around with me, right? And I'm going to start seeing mountains. So these pebbles, there's no comparison, and it becomes clear. It just becomes clear of, what needs to fall away. But it's so clear that it just seems easy. Like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? What in God's name was I thinking? But now I know. Now I know. On YouTube, there is a channel, and I'm sorry, it may be called Chiron, but the voice of this person fills my very soul. I'm telling you. Some of you say that about my voice, and I am just like, what? I think I sound horrible. I get what you're saying, because sound, and maybe just a vibration of a voice. I don't know. If I'm feeling anxious, sometimes, how many of you say you do this with me? Wow, that's weird. Not weird. Just because I don't hear it the same way. Anyway, he can calm me down. And it's not even what he's saying. I'm telling you, it's all in the voice. So it's the vibration. Why am I saying that? I don't know. Okay. You know, I'm going to have to go find the newest one, because I have a feeling there may be a message within a message for us. There may be something, and I will go watch it. I'll find the newest one and I'll watch it, and I'll see if it is familiar to this reading. If it is, I'm going to put a link here, because I feel like it may be a deeper message. So we'll see. All right, look at this. I have the star coming over the world card. Now, you know, you can look at this card and be like, Sandy, it's just a card. No, I feel the energy of that world card. I feel what it means, and the energy of what, my God, am I looking forward to 2020. I just feel like something deep is happening. And it is about the connection of aboves, right? As above, so below. As above, so below. The star is about that connection, right? And it is about the energy of not giving up hope, right? So some of us, I feel like this is saying, you know, you've kept hope, like you've stayed hopeful, even, you know, even though it was difficult, because there's many times you're like, no, you kept it in your heart, let's say. And especially with the Magician over here, right? This is about, both are about manifesting. Both are about the connection of above. This is about your hopes and dreams. And it's almost like the Magician, which is you. And the connection of above, like co-creating together to bring in this energy in this new portal. This is coming over the world. This is, you know, the sun and the moon. Is that the sun? It can't be the sun moon. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But I said it. No, it's a star. Anyway, when I look at it this way, it looks like here, it looks like the sun. That looks like the moon. Some of us will be connecting with a twin flame. So, you have that to look forward to. I'm not sure where you are in the process of it, but I definitely feel that. Definitely, it's like, this is the year, guys. This is the year. All right, let's keep going. You know, even though for the last couple of years, we've slowly had more twins come together. And by the way, if you don't have a twin, you do have a twin. We all have one. We all have that. But if you didn't want it, that experience in this lifetime, there is a reason. Don't worry about that. You will always be back with your twin, right? We're only on this earth for how many years? Let's be honest. And from above, it's like a blimp. So you will have that connection, right, when you're meant to have it. And all I'm saying is, if we can release, like, oh, I want someone to be my twin. Well, if you do, then there had been a hell of a lot of work back here. because you got to be ready. You got to match the energy of what I want a twin. Well, are you ready to match that energy? Right? Are you ready to match it? By the way, I know that some of you are, though. Okay. End of that speech. Twin flame doesn't guarantee you anything. Two people can fuck it up. No matter who they are, they can fuck it up. Maybe pushing something too quickly and whatever. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't feel like I need to talk about it anymore. It's a lot of cards, but I'm going to take them. We have the Princess of Wands. So this is definitely saying yes. I'm saying yes to an adventure. Give me an adventure. This is someone seeks an adventure. Really doesn't let anything hold her back. She's not someone who's going to overthink anything here. What are you telling me, Sandy? There's an adventure? Where? Where do you want me? I'll be there. We have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords coming over the High Priestess. Interesting. And the Four of Swords. Well, I like that. I like that. So it's like, this is healing of the mind. This is healing of the mind. And I know that because it's coming from the High Priestess. So part of this new portal is healing. I don't know. I don't hear this very often. But it's healing of the mind. Healing of the fear. And everything that goes with that. Coming also from the Star into the Princess of Wands. So I got to be willing, right? Princess of Wands, like, bring it on. I want it. Yep. But if I was to say to her, but I don't have all the details yet, she'd be like, that's okay. We'll figure out as we go. I got a light in me. I love this. We have Justice and the Queen of Swords. So this is the energy of Libra and Gemini, by the way. For whatever reason, I had to throw that out there. Libra and Gemini. This is the energy of knowing the truth. This is the energy of, for some of you, about love. This is not about making choices when it comes to love from my head. Again, people who are going to be brought into my life in this period, how do I know if they're good or they're bad? Because some of them are going to be shining a false light. My intuition. My intuition. I feel like for many, like, some hard karma has been paid off, and you may not have lived, you may not have lived yet in a lifetime where you weren't paying karma off. Maybe you're like a master number. Some numbers do carry, like number 13, which is my birthday. And I'm a master number 11. So, evidently I came down with a lot of karma. And let me tell you, I've been paying it, but I recognize each challenge I've had. I recognize what I've learned, where I needed to learn. So I feel like I paid it off. I paid it off. I hope I paid it off. If something else comes, something else comes. But I feel like this is the energy of, like, some of you you haven't lived a life where there wasn't some type of a karmic debt. Karmic debt. Maybe now we're moving into a time when we're building beautiful karma for ahead. What's that mean? Well, we all know that when we hurt someone intentionally, that the day will come where that thing then happens to us, so that we can feel it and experience it through feeling it, right? It can't just be like, oh man, I'm sorry, I just ripped your heart out, I'm so sorry. So you later, somewhere, maybe another lifetime, it will happen to you. You have to know why it was wrong. So we can also build good karma, and that is opening my heart to others. That is giving out of the kindness of my heart. That is not turning a blind eye to our homelessness and, those who are starving, and, what can I do? Anything. And even the littlest thing can help, Sometimes it's just packing some lunch bags, and if you know where you're homeless, because they are yours, right? They're yours, and you are theirs. So if you know where they're at, taking food down, like you got to sometimes we got to humble ourselves. But what are you doing there? You will feel that kindness come back to you in one way or another. And I know that. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. I hope you guys can feel the messages like I'm feeling them. Okay, let's move down to the second line. We're looking at temptation, the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles with the Five of Wands attached to it. So the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Wands are really being read together. Oh, it pushes back a little. There we go. Some of you are going to just find yourself in a career where you're just like, you know what, this is just meant to be. This is meant to be. Like, I feel the energy of something, just knowing without a doubt something was meant to be. This is, some of you, it is about that musical instrument. It's like the seed coming to the surface, and it's harvest time. It is time. It's time. Some of you may start entering competitions, different type of competitions. And that's a good thing, because that helps you expand. It's good to, it's nice to be the best in the room, right? But when there's no one left to learn from, then I don't know, what would we do? Like, I love seeing different angles that someone may do to, even though, I don't know, I do like seeing different ways that people can interpret it and things like that. I seem to stick to the true and try for some reason. Okay, we have the Prince of Cups. We have the Sun. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the King of Swords. So we have the Queen of Swords over there. We have the King of Swords here now. Again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Sun card of Leo. Leo's major arcana. And we have the Prince of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I feel like when I was just talking about a competition, And listen, for some of you, maybe your children want to enter in a competition. And I'm saying a competition, but it could be your children wanting to enter, or even maybe they're the ones who want to pick up this instrument. Please allow them if you can. You know, what if I can't afford an instrument? There has got to be ways, right? I know the schools used to like rent them out, but that's not really cheap. Start an organization that gives out used musical instruments. Wonder how hard that would be to start an organization like that. You know, have to find places to collect them and a place to keep them, that type of thing. I don't know. Idea. Don't, you know, someone who wants to steal that idea, go right ahead. And maybe there is organizations, and if you know of one, let people know, because for some of you, it is about your children. Wanting to do something new. Okay, anyway. I do have the energy of Capricorn and Leo. I kind of like that the sun is over the energy of temptation. So, you know, with the Prince of Cups right there, it's like if someone comes in and, let's say, asks you out on a date or makes, you know, some type of proposal to you, and here I have the light and the dark, so to speak. The light, the sun, is shining over the energy of temptation. So I feel like, again, the energy being illuminated to you. You know, if what may be considered the wrong person comes into your life, pull within your intuition, trust that instinct of yours. And listen, it may not always be the first thing, right? Because sometimes chemistry can get like, you know, chemistry is good, but it can be bad too. We can be attracted to bad, you know, I hate to say the word bad, but bad people. People who don't have your best interest at heart. Let's put it that way. They have their own. We can certainly be attracted to them in some way. So sometimes we can get a false read on ourselves. This is like, pay attention to the signs, right? Those red flags. They'll be there, and they seem to be like they will be loud and they will be clear. But you have to pay attention to them. Okay. You know, and that may happen, but it's not about that. It's really trying to ease your mind about, you know, the next thing we're learning. And I also feel, for some of you, like some of the messages that you're going to start receiving, and it can be in a way of signs, like, you know, like I keep seeing the same commercial over and over again, and, you know, maybe it's got someone's name in it or something, or a scenario or something that I've always wanted to do, and I keep seeing it. Well, that's a sign, right? If you start to think that way, that's exactly what it wants you to do. It wants you to think, right? It's trying to trigger something in you. And, you know, it can use anything. Music in particular. Some of you may find that someone that you used to look up to, you used to believe in, or, you know, well, yeah, I used to be able to believe them, or something like that. Someone's like someone took a dip to the dark that used to be in the light, but they took this dip in the dark, and you see it this whole time. they so much claim they don't, I feel like they're coming back into the light again. They're coming back into the light. Look at that. I got two cups. So, soulmate energy. I have the Death card, card of Scorpio. You know, I have the High Priestess connected to the Death card, connected to the Seven of Pentacles. And I find that kind of comforting in a way, as in knowing that, first of all, I feel like maybe I start to feel, how do I say this? Like I have a home, okay? Like I have a bigger home. I start to be able to feel that there is much more, right? Much more. And what that does is it eliminates worry and maybe even the idea of death, right? I stop fearing it because I realize that I've been merely in the classroom learning, right? And the world is about the big test. Now, I'm not saying we're all dying, but maybe we are having a rebirth. Maybe that's why I'm being moved into this energy. Some of you may be connecting to a loved one that has crossed. In particular, well, let's just say you would have called a soulmate. That can be a child, that can be a husband, wife, mother, it can be anyone. But you felt that type of energy. You know, these may be some of the messages that start to become very clear to you. Very clear. Maybe you hear it in your mind. You hear that you're being, you know, it's a process. There's a process, but I feel like you're working through that. For some of you, it's like they are now ready. They are now ready to, let's say, communicate in whichever way. I don't know, but I feel like, you know, we're rising up to the next level. Ready or not, here I come. So, just so. I also have the energy of Scorpio connected to Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Some of you may have had a child together at one time or another. But I feel like what we're really talking about is someone who kind of took a dip and they're coming back into the light. This could also be someone's boss, but in some way you're connected more than just like, you know, your normal boss, an employee. I feel like there's a deeper type of connection. Maybe you work really well together and something has pulled them that way. Maybe all of a sudden I couldn't trust them, whether it be with finances, whatever it is. Maybe it even be with their words. Anyway, I feel like people are coming back into the light. I have the Two Swords. I have the Seven of Cups. You know, this is trying to make a decision based on actions that have already happened to me, but I'm coming from the energy of more of a fearful type of energy. So I don't have complete clarity over something, though I may have been trying to make a decision, and it puts me in the Seven of Cups energy. That is confusion. That's confusion. That's not knowing what cup to trust, what cup not to trust. I don't know. I can't trust myself. Right, this is about getting out of the head and moving into the intuition. That's where the answer lies. And don't forget, because this is coming under the energy of temptation, or if some of you, you're trying to make a decision about Capricorn, with the sun coming over that, you know, your choice will be clear, as long as you're listening. We have the Princess of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We have the Will, energy of destiny. We have the Six of Swords, beautiful. This is putting my past down willingly. I'm willing to put those walls down. I'm willing to put my sharp tongue down, right? I'm willing to stop fighting with people. I'm willing because I want better. I want to live a better life. And the minute I start moving my thinking into that direction, my life becomes better. And this is about, I feel like many times, a rapid improvement, rapid knowing, a type of thing. But this is me willing, right? I am willing. Not only am I willing to put the walls down, and I'm not kidding, guys, when I say that. We say it all the time, but this is about truly putting them down. This is about non-judgment energy. I can't be judging other people. I got to stop judging other people and let them live their lives the way they see fit, and me live my life, right? This is about living my life. And non-judgment, no, you know, no more sharp tongue. Doesn't mean I don't falter every once in a while. I mean, God, I know I do. But this is willing to do that process, you know, and the will is behind that energy. So this is the energy of feeling like I'm meant for more. I'm just meant for more. I'm meant to have more in my life. I don't really mean material-wise, but maybe it's all of that, right? It's just realizing your own importance, but also your own stumbling blocks. Where did I put those stumbling blocks? Because I put a lot of them out there. And that's okay, because you learned from that. And look at that with the Eight of Pentacles again. So I have to say, for those of you who want to start a business, you know, for whatever the reason you're not, listen, if there's a way to start it now, start it, okay? Feel comfortable in that, knowing that you have, listen, you have a lot of support behind you. This is universal support. You know, maybe you're going to be delivering some beautiful messages that is really going to help the collective, and you'll get past that initial fear. It's like, doing the, you know, when I remember when I started doing these, I'd be like doing my reading, and like, I messed up, and I'd be halfway through my reading, and I would stop and do it again. I should have just kept going. I've learned these things, though, right? I am night and day from where I began, but people still followed me when I began. So, well, you know, when I began YouTube, I began a long time ago, but anyway. Look at that. It's moving you into this energy. So, you know, eventually you and I are becoming the masters of our own lives. I mean, that's kind of cool, right? We are the masters of our own lives. Right now, we're the students, right? But we become the masters willingly. Willingly. Wow. I'm going to leave this reading here, but I have to tell you, I pulled one for Pisces, and I have got to pull an oracle card on this reading. I'm going to do a Mother Mary. You know, don't worry about the religious aspect of it, okay? I mean, unless you do. I do. But this is, I just love the messages. Aries, I have to say, this is one of my favorite readings. Maybe all time. I would put this in, and I have done, I don't know how many readings, like thousands. I would have to put this at one of my top. I myself receive messages when I'm doing a reading too. Like I'm all about receiving the messages too. Why would I shut myself off to it, right? And sometimes I can feel them on such a core level, and sometimes I know it's not really about, it's not for me, it's more for particulars. But this one I felt on a soul level. All right, caring and present moment. So we're going to read from the book. On the bottom it says, on caring, heaven cares for me, and I keep my heart open to caring about myself, others, and the world. Mother Mary sent you this card as a reminder that she cares deeply for you and your family. Although you may sometimes feel alone, you are definitely watched over and protected. When life is stressful, though, When life is stressful, though, as it has been lately for you, you may not feel the Blessed Mother's loving presence. So carry this card with you to help you know that divine love is here for you. Well, you can't carry the card, but you can carry the message. This card also asks you to keep your heart open and continue caring for others, even though you may feel unappreciated or used. Remember that your spiritual path is to be loving and helpful, not to change others. However, you don't need to, nor should you, stay in any abusive or toxic situation or relationships. You can care for someone from afar. Most important, care for yourself, dear one. Take time for you and attend to things that are important for your health, your happiness, and your well-being. I found that beautiful and so fitting in your reading. Okay, let's look at present moment. It says on the bottom, I am fully present in the here and now. This is an energy that I work on. I always need to work on because I have quite the imagination that can take me away. Take me to faraway lands. Okay. You receive this card as a gentle reminder to keep your focus upon this present moment, right now. Have you been reliving old memories, rehashing ancient wounds, or projecting yourself into the future? If so, you're missing out on life, which occurs in the here and now. Mother Mary guides you to enjoy the present, no matter what's going on. As you learn to extract the joy and blessings hidden within every experience, you are continuously fulfilled in this moment. Beautiful. Just want to say, I glanced over here and I see quiet, and I just feel like I have to say, I go into peaceful silence and I listen. This is an important time, guys. I can't pretend to know all because I don't, but I can feel that it just feels like a new world type of thing. New things, just, I don't know. Let's just see. Let's wait and see. I'm all for it. I love you guys so much. Again, thank you for all that you do for me. Please share this message. If you would, I would so appreciate it. And thank you guys for the donations. Thank you for taking a moment and listening to the ad that I put in. You know, I hate putting the ad in, but I need to. It kills me. I don't know how some people, like, if somebody's got, you ever go to those videos and they have like 10 ads in? Well, I shut it off. I can't do it. Like, I want the flow, but financially I have to. So I only put one in. Anyway, I love you. I love you. I love you. Happy New Year. Let's kick ass for 2020. And, you know, whatever this new portal is opening, if it's asking us to make a choice, my choice is yes. I hope you'll join me. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.